Hey everybody, Chris here from Tennessee. Thanks for tuning in. I've got a pipe full of Peterson Nightcap, my old favorite. Check out that ember. Pretty good. Perfect for a church warden. And yeah, first time I tried this blend, I hated it. It tasted like burnt mushrooms. It was awful. So I started searching online. Why do people love this so much? Like, what am I doing something wrong? I tried it sort of earlier in my pipe pipe hobby, but I didn't give up on it, and I'm glad I didn't. It was like the nastiest tobacco I ever tried. And I read from somewhere on some forum or review that a piper recommended not smoking it fresh out of the tin, and instead open your tin, fluff it all out, fluff it up, pack it back in, wait a week, open it again, fluff it up again, pack it away, wait another week, and smoke it. I did that, and it went from the worst tasting tobacco I've ever tried to my number one tobacco for well over a year. And I've tried many English blends. I have a bunch. I have at least 10 or 12 English blends that I've kept that I'm actually cellaring. Good ones. A few from GLPs, Hearth and Home, what have you. Some bulk blends. And so far nothing has matched Nightcap. A few have come semi-close, but they still don't hold a candle to it. Let me say up front, don't listen to the people that are like, watch out for Nightcap, it's a nicotine bomb, it'll knock you on your butt and this and that. Like that, I've never had that experience. And I've had a lot of heavy blends that are nicotine heavy. This is I don't know. I can't tell that there's a heavy nicotine content in this at all. I would say moderate nicotine content at the most. But while we're only 2.5 minutes into this, let me just say up front, if I can summarize Nightcap, hold on, let me just tamp this down. I've been smoking it so quickly that I have to like tamp it like so often. You basically never have to relight this blend. I've smoked a lot of it. All right, so if I could summarize this blend, I think of this blend as a wonderful, deep, sweet and savory, smoky, soothing blend, soothing balm. It's a deep and satisfying, soothing balm. It's truly a nightcap. It is perfect to smoke right before you go to bed. It's like, many times in the past I've laid there and it's like 10 o'clock at night, 11 o'clock or whatever, I get to bed, and I'm like, oh, I really want to go outside and I wish I could have a bowl of Nightcap right now. It's wonderful. It's not as incense-like or super complex and contemplative like GLP's Quiet Nights, which I've only had a couple times. If you watch my other video, my first impressions, I have to spend more time with that blend still, but so, quick side note, when I first got into pipe smoking, I didn't know what an English blend was. The first time I smelled Latakia blend, it smelled like motor oil. I was intrigued by it. My first English blends were Early Morning Pipe from Peterson and Plum Pudding, which is more of a Balkan, but those had a Latakia and they had a similar smell. Tried them and I loved them. So then I had my eye on Nightcap. Once I tried Nightcap, once I figured out how to smoke Nightcap and fell in love with it, it was all over from there. I've tried so many other English blends, like I mentioned, and Nightcap is just the one. Like, there's no other English blend I want to buy. When you get a fresh tin, there are definitely, this is one of those blends that, like, there are huge differences when you age Nightcap. Those being, so this one is from 2023, I think, so it's been aging in a ball jar. And I know for sure, because I've smoked so much of it, fresh and now aged, a fresh tin, you're going to have it's going to be much more lively. It's going to be spicier. That Perique is going to be more fresh. And I think that's it. Aging this blend, this is all it does. It tones down the spice, mellows out the whole blend, and possibly makes it a bit sweeter. And that's it. But it's a pretty big difference. I love it out of a fresh tin just as much as aged. I would take it either way. Totally fine. So it's not, to me, this blend is not barbecue-y. There's no sort of ketchup, sweet barbecue, but there is a constant savory sweetness throughout. It's not as pointed of a sweetness as like the other blend I mentioned, plum pudding. That one is amazing. That's an amazing blend. But I'm so glad that sweetness is there. Like, if Nightcap wasn't as sweet as it was, it definitely would not be my favorite English or one of my favorite blends. It's still vying for first place. I had Aaron Moore for the first time this past year. I smoked through the whole tin within, I don't know, a couple months or something, which is fast for me to get through a tin. So Aaron Moore took the winner spot in my tobacco journey so far. It's my number one, and Peterson Nightcap fell to my number two, but I think they're vying. I think if I could smoke Aaron Moore throughout the day and finish the day with Nightcap, I think those two blends would be right there at this point. And yeah. And so about, the last few years, I don't know how long I've been smoking pipe, maybe 4 years now? About 3 or 4 years. Yeah, I kind of got into Englishes. Like a lot of people, I got into Englishes right away after I first tried them because I didn't know there was such a thing as Latakia. Anyway, and I sort of avoided straight Virginias because they're boring. They're kind of one note. I didn't really have... Capstan Original was amazing when I figured it out. But all that to say, I ended up coming full circle back to straight Virginias, becoming like that's all I wanted for the past year, straight Virginias. And now that helped me really appreciate all the different nuances that Virginia offers in the various tobaccos you can get that are straight Virginia. And because of that, now I'm coming to Nightcap, which I haven't smoked in like at least a year. Now I can actually taste the Virginia in it, which comes out as like a sweet, grassy, slightly citrusy. There's a little bit of a lemon zest that comes out. And the thing about Nightcap too is it leaves this almost like citrusy lemon zest sweetness on your tongue that sort of, after you finish a pipe of Nightcap, it almost makes you want to go back and have more. I'm smoking this so fast. The bowl is hot, but it's not burning my hand hot. And this is just a great tobacco. It's always been great moisture out of the tin, ribbon cut, perfect. I usually only have to light it once, and I'm tamping it constantly because I smoke it so quickly. And I pack this bowl tight. A little change of perspective here. Yeah, man. I mean, like, if I could describe the flavors, it's not super dynamic, all right? So, again, it's not like Quiet Nights where you're not being surprised all throughout. However, there is a bit of dynamic. You get the the smoky, woodsy Latakia up front when you first light it, and the sweetness, at least in an aged version, the sweetness is there right from the start. And in a new tin, you're going to get a lot of spice. You're going to like pretty strong spice in the retrohale. Maybe it'll be shocking for some people if they're new to it, to Perique. But this blend almost strikes me, at least in an aged version, with some age on it, it almost seems like it's an equal proportion of Virginia, Latakia, and Perique at this point. But yeah, man, you smoke it for about 10-15 minutes, and then those Virginias start to shine. You start to get that citrusy, grassy sweetness in there. There's no sort of breadiness or hay-like. Sometimes the Latakia will become subdued, and the Virginia will start to shine. But in my opinion, there's this fruity sweetness that's all throughout. You never have to look for it. It's just always there, which is, I think, why I like this so much. I like blends that are sweet, but with body. I don't like blends that are sweet and airy and too, like, up there. But this has so much smoky, soothing, thick body with this wonderful deep sweetness that's all throughout. And I think that's why I come back to it, because it's just a sweet, smoky, soothing bomb that's deep, and it doesn't have any sort of hint of the deepness of like a dark-fired Kentucky blend. Like, this has nothing, to me, this has no similarities to Samuel Gawith's 1792 Flake or Peterson Irish Flake or anything with Burley or Kentucky. It has no flavor of that. It's just a totally different set of dark than those. I find that dark-fired Kentucky tends to, I really like it, but I can only have it in measured doses, maybe a pipe here or there. Lately, this past year, I find that I struggle to finish a bowl that has dark-fired Kentucky in it, depending. It just gets me a little queasy, and it's not the nicotine, it's just the flavor. It sort of starts to gag me after a while. But man, this one, like, I packed this is a pretty big bowl. I packed it tight, and I'm going to finish this bowl, and I feel like I'm going to have another bowl of Nightcap after this. So I say that because just don't be afraid of this blend. It is not a scary blend. And this is my second take at recording this video, because the first one went like 20 minutes, the same bowl, because I just like had to keep stopping and savoring it. It's just so good. It's just so good. Yeah, if you've never tried Nightcap, please just do yourself a favor, get it. Do what I said in the beginning of the video. If you don't like it in the first bowl, don't give up on it. Like, it seriously changes so much with age and with airing out. If you find anything too abrasive at first, it's not. Like, man, it's so good. What else can I say about it? Yeah, it will change a bit throughout the bowl, but it's so good from first light all the way down to the bottom. I find that with a lot of Gawith blends, for example, I usually have to smoke them down at least 10 minutes, or some of them I even have to get down to like mid-bowl to really start enjoying them. Some straight Virginias I find that way too. This is one of those blends that right from the beginning all the way to the end, it's so good. I think the strength of the flavors really are in this blend's favor, because a lot of blends they'll be delicious, but when you get down to the bottom of the bowl, you'll start to taste the ashiness. You'll start to do that, but the flavor is so prominent in this blend that I usually don't have to worry about an ashy taste making me dump it out early. So this, man, I'm smoking it so fast I have to keep tamping it. Gosh, so I've had this blend going for 35 minutes now, and I packed it full. I'm already down to the last third or quarter of the bowl. And now there's no toppings to this. And as far as I remember, it's only Virginia, Perique, and Latakia. I guess it's Latakia forward, but again, it's so expertly blended. It's just so good. The quality of the tobaccos are fantastic. Yeah, so to me, there's no blend like Nightcap. It is just superb. It's just superb. And it's almost like, even when I'm not in the mood for Englishes, I still think of Nightcap. I'm still like, I want to have a bowl. Yeah, there's nothing like, to me, there's nothing sickly or abrasive about it. So you get a deep, sweet, soothing balm, smoky, little woodsy. What else can I say? There is a little bit of that sort of mushroom essence to it, which I think is just Latakia. To me, Latakia just always seems to have that sort of mushroomy. I guess occasionally there's a little bit of that sort of creosote-like, occasionally a little bit, that you get from GLP's Gaslight. But it's not like Gaslight. That is like very tar-like, but in a good way. It's strange. This has slightly creosote, a little bit. But if anything, that could be the ash when you get down to the bottom. I'm not sure. But I don't get any of that typical, like, ketchup-y, barbecue-y thing from, like, a dark fired Kentucky. It's just so savory. And that smoke is so thick, you can almost feel it. You can almost feel how thick the smoke is. In such a good way. Like, it's one of those blends, like, I don't even mind. Like, I just want the smoke to cover me, because it's just, like, so thick. And it's not a creamy blend. There's nothing creamy about the blend. It's just thick and delicious. Yeah. Struggling to find what else I could say about it without giving you general niceties. Yeah, if you've never tried it, try it. This blend is so good. Yeah, I guess the one other blend that, to me, comes close enough that I crave it like this, and it's so good in cold weather or at night, would have to be Seattle Pipe Club Plum Pudding. So I can count on one hand, I think, the tobaccos that I've actually finished tins of, like a whole tin at least. And that is Capstan Original, Nightcap, Stanwell Vanilla, and I think Molto Dolce. But that was kind of an extreme one. I wanted to get through it. It was good, but it's just super goopy aromatic. And Plum Pudding is one of those blends that I could have finished so quickly, but it's more expensive. And so I've, like, saved it for the most special occasions. But at this point, I'm like, it's readily available. I might as well just buy a few tins of Plum Pudding and just smoke through it like crazy and enjoy it. So that's another one that's up there. It's pretty close to Nightcap in a lot of ways. Not quite as deep. But it's been a long time since I've really had that. Anyway, I might have done a video on that too. I don't remember. But yeah. Wow, I smoked this whole thing down in like a half hour. I gotta control myself. Let me pause real quick. Yep, I have like this tiny bit left. I just shook out the ash and I'm smoking that bad boy all the way down. This is one of the few blends that I can reliably smoke down to a fine ash without too much of an ashy taste at the end. And I will say this too. Wow, this video is going long again. This blend is delicious from start to finish. Always smokes beautifully. And I forgot what I was going to say because this is so good. Oh yeah. This, obviously, I puff like a chimney, this thing, so fast, and it never gets too hot for me. It just stays. It gets to a certain heat level, not hot enough to burn your fingers, and it just goes. Maybe in hot weather it might actually. Now that I think about it, I usually smoke this at night or like colder weather, so maybe it does. But anyway, it's a blend that rewards a super slow cadence just as much as it rewards heavy puffing. Oh man, it's so good. Even that tiny bit that I have left down there. Yeah, get yourself some Nightcap. Do yourself a favor. And have it before you go to bed. Alright, that's it. God bless you guys. I could just keep... I might even have another bowl of this. Alright, catch you later. God bless you. Take care.